Now, I've been in low income apartments pretty much my whole adult years. Ever since I first moved out on my own in 2018, I moved into low income. This is actually my very first low income apartment that I ever lived in right here. I got my old neighbor too. My old neighbor just walked out his crib. Now this apartment complex that I'm at right now, where I lived at for 3 years, is called North Hill Farms in Pontiac, Michigan. That's crazy. So those apartments that I just showed y'all, like I said, that was my very first ever apartment, and that was a horrible place to live. That apartment is known to be a bad place to live. It's known to have a lot of drama and a lot of extra stuff that go on over there. Like, my worst experience living over there was probably the bugs. Like, the amount of bugs that was in that apartment was unreal. It was crazy. Like, the whole 3 years I've been there, I dealt with bugs. There are really bad low-income houses out there. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That apartment, ugh, I would never recommend it to anybody. Ugh, that's old news. This apartment is what I want to talk to y'all about. The good low-income apartment, the nice low-income apartments. I've been in low-income housing for the last 4 years of my life. To be completely honest with y'all, I don't think I would have survived without low-income housing. Low-income housing is really a blessing to a lot of people, especially people who need the help. Now, if you walked into my apartment, right, and you just looked around, you would have no idea that this was low income unless I told you. And right now, currently, my rent is zero. My rent has been zero for the last month. I quit my job as a school bus driver last month. I reported that I was no longer working as a school bus driver, and they updated my rent immediately. They decreased it, put it to zero, because when I have no income, they put my rent to zero. And when I start working, they base my rent off of 30% of my income. So whether I'm working or not, I'll still be able to afford my rent either way. A lot of y'all don't know that there are apartments like this to be accessed everywhere. You just have to do your research and look for them. Low income apartments is supposed to help people who can't afford market rate rent. Now, I know you pay market rate rent, and I know your rent high as fuck right now. You can't even lie. You struggle to pay that motherfucker every month. The cost of living nowadays is extremely high. When I hear how much other people paying rent, I be like, damn. But low income housing is supposed to be a stepping stone. Low income housing is not supposed to be somewhere you move to and then get comfortable for years and years unless you really need to. A lot of people that move in low income stay in low income because they get comfortable. They know that no matter what happens in life, they gonna always have a place to live. That's just not the right mindset to have living in low income housing. You're supposed to be in the mindset of, okay, I'm gonna be here maybe for a few years, but in this time, I'm gonna get my shit together. I'm gonna get my finances right so I can get my life together so I can move to wherever I want to move into and not have to depend on the government to assist me with living, because low income is government assisted living, right? The state of Michigan right now is covering my rent. The apartment complex themselves is charging the state $939 for me to live here. I've survived living on my own this whole time because I've been in low income apartments ever since I've been out on my own. So even if you got a good job, you making some good money, and you live in a regular market rate apartment, God forbid you lose your job, you still have to figure out how to pay that rent on the first of the month. If I lose my job living in low income housing, I don't have to worry about losing my home. Now, low income is not a flex, but not having a choice and being stuck paying market rate over $1,000 in rent in most cases, that's not a flex neither. But there are a lot of benefits that comes with living in low income apartments. Why I want to let a lot of y'all know that low income housing should be an option for you is because, say you want to try something else, say you want to go to school, say you want to try a different career path. A lot of people stuck. They have to work. They have no choice because they got to pay their rent at the end of the month or they ain't gonna have no place to live. Like me, right now, I have a lot of freedom to explore different things, to focus on my passion, to try different jobs, and not have to worry about losing my home because me not making my rent at the end of the month. You will be surprised at how many people are struggling right now to keep up with their living expenses. You'll be surprised at how many people don't have a home. I'm here to let you know there is access for you to have a home. You have help. There's a lot of help. You just have to go and look for low income housing. It's a really, really good stepping stone for a lot of people, right? Because it's definitely helping me right now. This is a stepping stone for me, right? It's not something I plan on being here for the next 10 years. I'm taking advantage of my situation, and I'm chasing opportunities that I probably wouldn't be able to if I was stuck paying over $1,000 in rent. Like, that's crazy to pay that much in rent every month when there's places like this where your rent can be based off your income, or your rent could be zero if you're not working. Get the help that you need if you need it. Like I said, it's helping me right now. I have no shame in my game, man. I'm very grateful for my situation, and I know that eventually I'm gonna get to where I want to be in life. But I want to help you just in case you need help, or if you know somebody that's in need. And just go on Google. All you gotta do is go on Google, look up low income housing, and just start applying in person. And then check on your application and keep up with all your applications until they call you, until you get to the top of the wait list. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Think about it. I hope this video was helpful to some of y'all. And if y'all got any more questions about low income, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna answer all y'all questions. I love y'all. More videos to come. I'll see y'all in the next vlog.